Hey guys, we're going to be learning a new verb tense today, so I would like for you to follow along with me with some notes on Google Classroom. And we are learning the future tense. So, it says here in Spanish 1 and 2, you guys already learned a way of speaking about future events using the verb ir plus a plus the infinitive. Here are a few examples of that concept. So if you wanted to say, for example, I'm going to be in Spain for a month, you would say voy a estar en España por un mes. Or if you wanted to say they are going to visit some friends, ellos van a visitar a unos amigos. And the movie is going to last 3 hours. La película va a durar 3 horas. So you can see here we've used the verb voy, van, and va for I'm going to be, they are going to visit, and the movie is going to last. In the actual future tense, this form of using the future is a little bit more emphatic. And in this form, instead of using ir a plus infinitive, you actually add an ending to the infinitive verb. An infinitive just means that the verb ends in the letter R. And all of the endings are the same for all verbs that end in AR, ER, and IR. So this is one of my favorite verb tenses to teach because it's usually a little more simple because all of the endings are the same no matter what the verb is. So, for example, let's take the verb correr. What we do for the future tense is we add on to a verb. Usually we're used to taking away and then replacing the endings, but with the future tense it's different. So you would have correr, and then to make it say I will run, it's correré. Now the difference between that and voy a correr is that voy a correr means I am going to run, whereas correré means I will run. All right, let's do the to form. So again, these endings are the same for all verb endings, meaning AR verbs, ER verbs, and IR verbs. Tú correrás. Usted, this is also usted, él, ella correrá. Nosotros, and notice I have accents on all of these. Correremos, and this one does not have an accent. Ustedes is also ellos and ellas. Correrán. Oh, I lost my formatting here. Make it blue. Okay, so our endings then for all verbs in the future are as, a, hemos, and an, and they all have accents except for the nosotros form. So let's try it out. I will win. So the verb is ganar, and again we build onto the verb instead of taking away and replacing. And the ending is E with an accent. Ganaré, I will win. You will be here. Okay, so the verb is estar, and the to form is has, estarás aquí. And they will sing with us. Ellos cantarán con nosotros. Okay, so again, I've got my verb cantar, estar, and ganar, and all I do is I add those endings on. So it's as, a, hemos, and an. The use of the future tense. So one uses the future tense to talk about events in the future. In English, we use the words will or shall. So for example, el año que viene estudiaré español y francés. That means next year I will study Spanish and French. You can also use the future tense to talk about probability in the present tense. So here's an example of what that would maybe look like. If someone says, ¿Dónde está Elena? Where is Elena? And you could respond with, no sé, I don't know, estará en casa. This means, might she be at home? So, where is Elena? No sé, estará en casa. Using the future tense when you're talking about something in the present means that it's not totally sure. It's kind of like a subjunctive kind of situation, but we're not using subjunctive here. So, I don't know. Might she be at home? And then here's one other thing to take note of. You do not use the future tense to talk about things that are coming up very soon in the future. For that, you actually would use present tense. So if I'm talking about something that I'll do later that day, I could say, hoy ceno en la casa de una amiga. The verb cenar means to eat dinner, to eat la cena. And this means today I'll eat dinner at my friend's house. You would not want to use the future tense in this case. So you usually use the future tense for something like after today. So you could do tomorrow. It would not be wrong if you said voy a cenar. En la casa de una amiga, blah, blah, blah. But this is more typical. It kind of depends what country you're in. Okay, so just like any other verb tense, there are irregulars in the future, but the nice thing is that the endings are the same. So all of the endings, no matter what, are going to be a, as, a, hemos, and on, but sometimes the root of the verb will change. So here's what I mean by that. We'll start with the verb that we know, saber. So instead of saying sabere, like I will know, it actually changes to saber, and that E goes away, and so it looks like that. Sabre, sabrás, sabrás, sabremos, sabráis, sabrán. I have the vosotros included here in case you wanted to know, but you won't be needing to know that for anything for our class. Another very common verb, querer, goes to quer, so Q-U-E-R-R, and then again you'll see all the endings are the same, querré, querrás, querrá, queremos, querráis, querrán. So when you're looking for your irregulars, it's kind of just like you have to remember which ones. A lot of these verbs are irregular in other tenses though, like hacer and decir, poner. A lot of these words have irregularities in other tenses too. So again, to reiterate, the irregulars, the root of the verb changes, but all of the endings are the same. So you'll see all of the O forms end in A, all the 2 forms end in as. And again, it does not matter if it's AR, ER, or IR. So I've got a couple of practice sentences here. If you want to, you can pause the video at this point and try them on your own and then play the video and see how you did. Or if you'd like to walk through them with me, you can just keep playing, whatever your preference is. So this sentence says, my brother or sister will wash the car. And so we take lavar, and again, we build off of the ending of the verb. We don't need to take anything away and replace. So lavará, because it's he or she. We will say goodbye, dog. All right, so decir is irregular. So if you need to, you can scroll up and see, oh, the root of decir is dir, and I also have it conjugated for you. So nosotros diremos. Dad will prepare dinner. Preparar is the verb, and again, we add on to the ending, so preparará. All the family will put our swimsuits in the bag. So poner has a star next to it. It's irregular. You'll scroll up here to see that the root is pond with an R. And then we add our ending, so pondremos. I will buy new sunglasses. So again, we start with comprar, add our ending, which is e for yo. Mom will make sandwiches. The root is ar, H-A-R. Mama hará. All of us will leave our houses eventually, hopefully. Salir is irregular, so it goes to saldr and saldremos. All of them have accents again except for nosotros. And all of them are either with A's or E's. Anytime you're involved, you're going to see the letter E, so in the yo form and the we form. And then, will you go to the beach with me? Irás tú a la playa conmigo? All right, now we have 5 sentences to translate. Again, you can pause the video here if you want to give it a try on your own and then check your answers. Or if you want to fill it out with me, that's fine too. So they will ride horses. Ellos montar, and then the ending for ellos is ran, this. Ellos montarán caballos. Why doesn't it like that? Nope, what I have is right. Will you attend Grand Valley? Asistirás a jubilación? She will tell us the truth. So tell is irregular, and the verb is decir. I should have that there for you. Ella nos dirá la verdad. And that's, again, an irregular verb. We will get new iPhones soon. Nosotros conseguiremos nuevos iPhones pronto. What will you do during summer break? And do is irregular. You can scroll up, or if you happen to remember in this very short amount of time, it's ¿qué harás durante las vacaciones de verano? And that is the future tense. I will have a practice for you to do later on, and if you have any questions, just let me know.